upgrade is done, a welcome note will appear on your TV screen. To view all Orbit channels, press the OK button 3 times on your remote control, and within seconds, all the Orbit channels will be downloaded. And to download the FTA Arabsat channels, you simply need to follow these simple steps. Press the menu key on the remote control. Then press the left arrow on the remote control, moving the focus on the screen towards Settings. Using the down arrow, go to Channel Acquisition. Then go to Scan Satellites. Select Single LNB Scan. And then Arabsat. Press the down arrow and select Start Scan. And remember to press OK to confirm each and every step. Once the scanning is completed, the word Completed will appear on the bottom of the screen. Then press OK to memorize all the channels, followed by the Escape key on the remote control to view the Orbit and Arabsat channels. For more details, log on to the Orbit website, www.orbit.net, or refer to Channel 18. As for Sagem boxes, please refer to the mailbox service on the decoder, as Orbit will send you further instructions.
لتحقيق المجد لا يكفي أن نستعد له، بل علينا أن نحلم به. لا يكفي أن نخطط له، بل علينا أن نؤمن به. دوري كرة القدم الأمريكية يبث حالياً على Orbit ESPN.
Orbit تحطم الرقم القياسي.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. For tonight, our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise! Can you dig it?
No score can settle our history with these enemies from the south.
Oh.
Chucky.
They may have taken our so-called fearless leader, but the deceptions do not stop there, my flock. Oh no. Chucky! They have taken from us that which is rightfully ours, that which defines us all. Listen, we have taken something from them of far greater significance.
We have taken their vicious Sunday silencer.
I am the Knight Rider, your fuel-injected vengeance machine. I am the rocker. I am the roller. I am the out-of-controller. Come with me, my brothers, to the field of war. 2 teams enter, 1 team leaves.
Oh, believe my flock. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Rise! Rise!
I don't know about the rest of you guys, but I'm not doing any game from here. I'm too scared. Let's get out of here before dark. They will play a game here, however. Pat Summerall here with Joe Theismann and Paul McGuire. And welcome to ESPN's Sunday Night Football again. And this ought to be a dandy. Joe, if you like old-fashioned football, we ought to see a mess of that tonight.
Oh, Pat, if you love old-fashioned football, this is exactly what you're going to get tonight. Remember those days of old when the Raiders used to throw the ball down the field? Bombs filled the air. Well, Rich Gannon has 3 touchdown passes that average over 46 yards a reception. And remember those Tampa Bay Buccaneers, before they ever had any offense, everything they did was dominated on the defensive side of the ball. Well, unfortunately, those days Raiders are back as well. They have yet to score an offensive touchdown. Raider football bombs away. Tampa Bay football, bloody your nose. God, I can't wait for this one.
Old-fashioned football, and really the heart and soul, Paul, of both of these teams is defense. And two of the best defensive players ever were teammates on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, Warren Sapp went to 7 consecutive Pro Bowls with Tampa, and now it's hard to believe that he has an Oakland Raider uniform on. But make no mistake about it, he is their leader, not only with his mouth, but with his play on the field. And I would imagine tonight he's going to raise some havoc with Tampa Bay's offense. On the other side of the ball, Mr. Brooks. I'll tell you, this guy, 7 consecutive Pro Bowls. Derek Brooks is the quiet leader of this football team. He has 5 returns for touchdowns. That's in his career. Now, if I were the Oakland Raiders, I'd be very careful about throwing the ball in his direction. And, oh, by the way, Derek Brooks will be wired tonight.
Come on, baby. Bring it in. Hey, let's go, baby. Hey, we all we got up in here, man. Let's go, bro. You got to feed on this hate. Use that energy, man. Get this first win on 3. Win. 1, 2, 3. Win.
جماهير مميزة، لاعبون متميزون، أهداف ممتازة، كرة قدم بامتياز. كرة القدم البرازيلية تبث حاليا على الرياضية.
جميع نجومكم المفضلين في مقابلات على الطبيعة.
The producer paid for my acting lessons.
مع باربرا وولترز.
You were planning to adopt more children? How many do you want? A small football team.
اعترافات النجوم على 2020 كل اثنين في 10 مساء بتوقيت الرياضي على أوربت نيوز.
هل أنتم مستعدون لموسم جديد من الحماس والمنافسة؟ للدور الأقوى في المنطقة بأسلوب أوربت. الدوري السعودي يبث حالياً على الرياضية.
Welcome back to Network Associates Coliseum, the match between the Oakland Raiders and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And there's a lot to talk about in the match between these two. ESPN presents Visa SkyCam, innovative technology on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Visa SkyCam provides some of the most unique and memorable images ever seen from angles that no other single camera in the world can achieve. We are excited to bring it to you every Sunday night. Now to Susie Colbert.
Pat, strange is how Tim Brown describes being here tonight in anything but silver and black. Mr. Raider for 16 years until they cut him loose in the offseason. No doubt, emotions are high.
I'm sure the first time I step on the field, man, it's going to be, you know, very emotional and very weird, you know, being in a different color. And, you know, certainly the last time I step on, I'm walking off the field, it's going to be something that I may take a moment to look around, you know, just to say, you know, because I don't know what I'm going to do next year. I don't know if I'm going to play again. And even if I do, the chances of coming back here playing are not that good. So I'm going to soak it all in, man. I'm enjoy it and just trying to have a lot of fun.
Tonight he'll savor walking off this field for likely the very last time. He also hopes to savor touchdown catch number 100, which would put him in elite company. He'd be just the 4th player in NFL history to do it. He believes the stars are aligned for it to happen tonight. Don't miss his shot at history.
أنا من حين لحين أرجع لطفولتي. أول كتاب يقع في إيدي ويكلمني عن بلاد أخرى. أول كتاب قريته عن الرحلات وليس عن أدب الرحلات. بدأت أفكر فعلا في السفر وإزاي الواحد لما يسافر يكتب.
والكبار أيضا يضحكون. السبت 7:30 مساء بتوقيت غرينتش على قناة الصفوة.
Back at Network Associates Coliseum, one of the captains out for the toss of the coin for the Raiders was Warren Sapp. So
he got big hugs from everybody,
yes,
too.
Yes, he did.
This has got to be an incredibly, I mean, just the emotion that's going on inside of him. He knows he's wearing silver and black, but for 9 years, he wore orange and white and pewter and all those colors that represented the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
In his own words, he built that franchise. And I think, in his opinion, he did.
Well, hey, if you think about he built that franchise, how about when you look at
Tim Brown?
Tim Brown, excuse me. And Tim Brown, you talk about helping build a franchise. This guy was here for a long time. It's got to be, I mean, it's really got to be in their guts. You're going to see these guys a little nervous tonight.
Sebastian Janikowski to kick it off. Torrey Cox is back deep. 5 yards deep. He's going to bring it out. And with some room, a pretty good return. A determined return, my goodness. Ray Buchanan, Matt Stinchcomb, the ex-Raider, a new father, anchors the offensive line for the Buccaneers. The wide receivers, Bill Schrader, the ex-Packer. Tim Brown, though, the ex-Raider. For 16 years, he wore this color. Now he's in that color. Charlie Garner, also an ex-Raider. In fact, all three of those we featured are ex-Raiders. John Gruden loves him. And he's the deep back. Tim Brown in motion. Garner. Only a couple. Stopped by Tyler Brayton. Raiders defense anchored by, I guess you could say, Warren Sapp, although Ted Washington has a lot to do with it. But Sapp, they're up in a hurry by the Buccaneers. That's Garner again. Here are the four linebackers. DeLawrence Grant had a big game last week. He's the biggest linebacker, we think, in the NFL, 280 pounds. Charles Woodson, the key and anchor in the defensive secondary. It is third down and about 5. Ball's at the Tampa Bay 29-yard line. Brad Johnson back to throw it, gets it outside. First down yardage to Allstott and more.
Brad Johnson, of course, starting this game today, got pulled in last week's game and wasn't very happy. Felt like there was a quick trigger, but hey, he's not going to argue with John Gruden. And these are the kind of things that they're going to have to do. They're going to have to complete third down passes and keep the chains moving to try and create field opportunities, field position opportunities for the Bucs. They have no explosion on the offensive side of the ball in the wide receiver position.
They have no backs. Allstott split wide to the right this time. Quickly outside, Garner again. Charlie Garner tripped up.
Boy, I'll tell you what, did he get an excellent block by Michael Clayton, number 80. This ball was tossed to the outside, and this is a rookie, Clayton. You really have to, I mean, watch this guy. Look at number 80. Bang! He gets it. And here comes, look at Sapp. Wow. You think Sapp has got some speed? He catches Charlie Garner from behind.
Yeah, I think Warren Sapp's going to play the game of his life tonight. The Super Bowl was a great experience, but tonight is going to be the game of his life.
This is not a bad offensive effort for a team that hasn't scored a touchdown yet. Allstott.
Charles Woodson.
Tampa Bay has struggled offensively in the first 2 football games. They've just not been able to mount any kind of drives. They got the best one in this game tonight. You see that, 17 drives, just 3 points and 3 turnovers under Brad Johnson. Of course, he was pulled for Chris Sims, who played most of the ball game last week.
What do they consider the red zone? 20?
Yep.
So they're not in there yet.
Not quite yet.
2 tight end setup. Johnson back to throw it. Had some time. Incomplete. Intended for Jameel Cook.
And really, and you know, from a Tampa Bay offensive standpoint, You just have to be able to complete those passes. There's so much pressure on Brad Johnson to make it 3rd down and 4 as opposed to 3rd down and 9.
Do I need to tell you it's a bright, sunshiny day?
And Gruden's stuck in the sun looking out for about another 15 minutes.
This is the situation that's killed the Buccaneers. Too many 3rd and longs. But they're in field goal range. Brad Johnson, quick fire. Tyler Brayton batted the ball down.
You know,
I thought it was caught by somebody.
You know, this is, look at Tyler Brayton get up in the air. This is the best defense you can have to help your secondary. Once you see the guy go to your knees, you know that they're going to try to throw the ball quick, get up in the air fast.
The last thing that Norv Turner, the head coach of the Raiders, told us when he left the meeting on Friday with us, he said, we want to stress to our defensive linemen, because of their Tampa Bay short passing game, get your hands up and start knocking them down.
From 36 yards out, Martin Gramatica. Has to be Cozy Coleman's first reception ever. Gramatica is good from 36. And so the Buccaneers break on top 3-0. All set up by Charlie Garner. And that scamper by him. Caught by Warren Sapp.
هل أنتم مستعدون لموسم جديد من الحماس والمنافسة؟ للدوري الأقوى في المنطقة بأسلوب أوربت. الدوري السعودي يبث حاليا على الرياضية.
عندما يفقد شخص عزيز عليك.
Am I under arrest? Not yet.
غاية أملك أن يتصل بمكتب المفقودين. ومع الوقت.
Clear. I've got something.
أنثوني لاباليا الحائز على جائزة جولدن جلوب.
It's our job. It's what we do.
في المسلسل الحائز على جائزة إيمي Without a Trace. قريبا على America Plus.
They are champions made in France, exported all over the world. But they all started in the same place, the French League. Now airing on Al Riyadiyah.
How do you protect someone you've never met?
Good morning, Angel.
Good morning, Charlie.
Natalie, Dylan, Alex can do the unthinkable.
Sounds impossible. Sounds like fun.
Get some real action.
Not a problem.
They're brilliant, they're beautiful, and they work for him.
Thank you, Charlie.
Charlie's Angels, Thursday at these local times, noon exclusive to Super Movies.
Leaded 3-0, 8 plays, 58 yards. They kept the ball almost 4 minutes. Pretty impressive offensive effort. Settled for 3. And now Gramatica will kick off. Deep are Curry and Gabriel. 2 of the young speed receivers. On the bounce by Gabriel. Display some speed. Gramatica not going to get him. Finally down at the 30-yard line. And a fumble, and Buccaneers are saying we got it, and they do have it. Will Allen made the hit that knocked it loose after a 74-yard return.
Well, you know, you have 2 young guys back there, and these are their speed guys now. Gabriel and Curry. And just take a look at this play. Going down, now, the ball is out. There is just no question that the ball is out by Gabriel. And Tampa Bay, you know, when they play defense, they play it very well. When they play special teams, they also play it very well.
David Terrell looked like he had a shot at it, but it wound up in the hands of the Bucs.
You're saying a 74-yard return is good special teams?
Well, what I'm saying is at the end of it, if you still hustle and make a play and turn the ball over, right. Yeah, it is hustle.
They got the ball.
The Raiders have challenged this. What caused the fumble?
I think they might want to challenge also whether the ball was inbounds also.
Right.
If it had hit the sidelines before it was recovered. Now, it happened right in front of the Raider bench. So Norv Turner had a real good look at it.
Oakland is challenging the ruling on the field of a legal recovery.
Well, we'll come back with the result in just a moment.
As close to the game as you can get. Major League Baseball, now airing on Orbit ESPN.
This October on Cinema City, be prepared for nights of dark passions.
Good men have been known to kill.
Tuesdays are nights of mystery.
And what if something did happen to him?
4 classic whodunits keep you guessing until the end. On Wednesday nights, forbidden love means cruel love with 4 difficult romances.
You ever went out with a white guy before?
On Fridays, women beware. 5 films about lady killers. Thursday nights, though, join our parade of stars with Glenn Close, John Malkovich, Michelle Pfeiffer, Jude Law, Bill Murray, Gina Davis, Richard Gere, and Gene Hackman. Be ready for strong emotions in October on Cinema City.
ESPN Sunday Night Football, brought to you by Miller. There's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you. Kia Motors, Kia, make every mile count. And Old Spice, stay in the zone.
Here's what's being challenged.
Now, is the ball inbounds? Or does the ball get out of bounds? The ball is out. There's no question it's a fumble.
But did it touch the line?
But it looks like Ryan Neese, number 56, ran out of bounds before he caught it.
After reviewing the play, the ball did not touch a player while they were out of bounds. There was a legal recovery by Tampa Bay inbounds. First down, Tampa Bay.
You know, it's really hard to overturn it, Joe, when you have an official there. There's an official standing right there. He's watching the ball.
No, but to be honest with you, I thought that Norv Turner on the sidelines, because it was in front of the Raider bench, it sure looked like that ball got close to the sidelines. I think it was a good decision.
Yeah.
It turned out the officials did a good job of officiating the play.
Charlie Garner is the lone setback. Garner gets the carry straight ahead, picks up 1 or 2 perhaps. Ted Washington, the mountain in the middle. Let's go down to Susie Colbert.
Well, Pat, John Gruden's hours at the office are legendary, but no matter how much time the mad scientist spends in the lab, he only has so many ingredients to work with. I mean, just look at all that firepower that's been lost. They're still searching for an identity on offense.
Tampa Bay going no huddle, so they're out quickly. Brad Johnson has time, finds a man.
I'll tell you one thing, when you look at all the guys that are missing, you're looking at a lot of scoring power. These guys, and when you look back at this football team, Joe, they don't have any speed left.
Well, just to give you an idea, Keenan McCardell had 84 catches. Michael Pittman had 75. And, of course, Keyshawn Johnson, who was let go, he was the 3rd leading receiver when he was released the latter part of last year, had 45 catches.
That was Ken Dilger who made that reception. And here's Johnson back again with good protection. And it all broke down at once.
Oh, man, I tell you, this is the best pass defense in the world. When Brad Johnson looked downfield at his receivers, every single one of them were covered. He had absolutely no place to throw the football. Watch how quick he'll pull this thing down. He's going to come back. He looks right. He looks back to his left. There is absolutely no one open, and then the door closes. He can't get to the line of scrimmage.
Akbar Miller.
Hey,
you got the sack. I know I got it. I know his brother.
AGB. Got KGB and AGB.
Short kick. But a good bounce. And continuing to bounce in Tampa Bay's favor. Rolled down all the way inside the 20 for a 54-yard punt. It wasn't that good. But that's the result. Rich Gannon.
They are champions made in France, exported all over the world. But they all started in the same place, the French League, now airing on Al Riyadiyah.
من قلب بيروت تأتينا وإلى روح بيروت تجلبنا. إنها مجموعة خياطة رفيعة لخريف وشتاء 2004-2005 للمصممة نوال سراي الدين. تعرفوا عليها ضمن برنامج أناقة الجمعة في الأوقات التالية على قناة اليوم.
It's a contest of speed, stamina, and intense rivalry. It's one of mankind's most ancient and noble sports. Horse racing, now airing on Orbit.
There's a weekly date you can't miss to focus on politics through the opinions of experts and prestigious journalists. Join Tim Russert on Meet the Press, George Stephanopoulos on ABC This Week, and Bob Schieffer on Face the Nation for a comprehensive, in-depth analysis of the hottest issues on current affairs. Political shows every Sunday starting at 5:30 p.m. Riyadh time only on Orbit News.
Tim Brown, the 16-year Raider stalwart, talking with his quarterback, Brad Johnson.
And you gotta remember, these guys haven't spent a lot of time together, so that kind of communication on the sideline is vital information for Brad Johnson, because if Tim Brown sees something, maybe they can hook up later on in the quarter.
Zach Crockett and Tyrone Whitley. And Whitley gets the carry. And he breaks into the secondary. Still on his feet. Whitley could be off if they can't catch him. Whitley to the 30. Close to the 20. Down at about the 21. 62-yard game by Tyrone Whitley.
Boy, this is exactly what Norv Turner was hoping for. You're talking about one of the best run defenses in football. Big job up front. Nice cut. They just maul the front line. And what a horrific job of tackling by Tampa Bay. Jermaine Phillips, who replaced John Lynch. This is the kind of stuff you cannot have happen. He's the man they were counting on. Now watch what Tyrone Wheatley does. He knows he's not going to outrun anybody, so he puts two hands on the ball to protect it.
Justin Vargas takes over as the running back. Same play, it appeared, and good yardage again. Shelton Quarles. The offensive line, Robert Gallery, the #1 choice, and he is huge and is going to be good for a long, long time. Jerry Porter has taken over as the leader of the wide receiver corps, replacing Tim Brown and Jerry Rice. And Rich Gannon is the leader. His responsibility is to get him in the end zone. More of a timing passer than a great arm. Vargas again, the deep back. Gannon. Lofting deep. Incomplete. No flag.
Now the only thing that happened there is they got their feet tied up. Jerry Porter got tied up with the corner. And this is just an excellent player sitting back there. That's Brian Kelly out there in the corner, number 25. Watch it. Here goes Porter. Now he got his hands in 5. Well, you know what?
He can't touch him.
I know he can't, Joe. And he's touched. No, he touched him before this, but he gets his hand in and knocks the ball away. I guess they're only looking at the end of the play now instead of after about 5 yards.
3 wide outs. Buck showing blitz. Gannon from the spread. He doesn't like that too much. But the pass to Rice is enough for a first. Gary Rice did not have a reception last week.
Yeah, but, you know, I had a chance to talk to him after practice on Friday, and he took such an unbelievable, in my opinion, positive attitude. He said, first of all, with the streak being broken, he said, that's no big deal. He said, I'll just start a new one. And he said, you know what? I haven't really caught a lot of balls, only 2 coming into this game. But he said, you know, as this season goes on, I will make myself a bigger part of this offense. And for Rich Gannon, this is the first time in 3 years that he's been able to run any kind of a pass offense out of a shotgun.
He's gained more yardage than my car. Incomplete. Crockett. The Buccaneer defense. Anthony McFarland becomes the anchor in the front 4 after Warren Sapp is gone. He and Simeon Rice, Derek Brooks. Great linebacker and a great person to go along with him. And if there's a big play to be made, Rondé Barber will make it, or he'll be involved in somehow.
I'll tell you, that pass to Jerry Rice, I was really impressed with this offensive line of the Raiders. I mean, nobody got off the line of scrimmage for Tampa Bay.
Amos Zeroe is the deep back. Gannon with pressure coming. Incomplete.
Well, Rondé Barber that time. First we saw Brian Kelly on Jerry Porter. That time we get a chance to see Rondé Barber on Doug Gabriel.
That's Kelly.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Brian Kelly does it again. Getting pushed around. And this is a departure for Tampa Bay. Monty Kiffin, their defensive coordinator, had talked about changing up a little bit. They've always been a Tampa 2 cover 2 team. Now they've gone to a little more man-to-man and a little more pressure up front. A little bit of a different look from the Bucs, trying to force the issue.
J.R. Redmond is the deep back. Gannon scrambling to the 5.
Oh, man.
He may have the first down.
I know that he's got
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I beg your pardon.
He's got a headache.
Derek Brooks.
We talked about Derek Brooks, who's a silent leader of this football team, and all the things that he does. Now, you want to see a head-to-head hit? Here comes Derek Brooks, 55. Watch this. Bam! And that Gannon has got a headache because he went, look at this. And you are?
Believe me, he knows who he is.
You are, and I am.
I'll tell you what, he's about 2 inches shorter than he was, too, when he took off.
Sebastian Janikowski rips it through and ties the game at 3. 5:36 left to play in the first quarter at the Coliseum in Oakland. No, 3-3.
Have you tried TV Max? Now it's even easier to order the latest releases. Whether you're at home, at work, or just relaxing, visit the Orbit website at www.orbit.net. Go to the TV Max homepage and order online. TV Max, your home movie theater.
خدمات أوربت الجديدة على الإنترنت تضع تكنولوجيتها المتقدمة في خدمتكم. إنها سهلة، سريعة، آمنة ومتوفرة 24 ساعة في اليوم. بمجرد دخولك موقع أوربت على الإنترنت يمكنك الآن طلب فيلم من خدمة تي في ماكس، تجديد اشتراككم في أوربت، الدفع بواسطة بطاقة الاعتماد والحصول على معلومات عن قنوات أوربت وجداولها وعلى عروض الاشتراك الخاصة، تقديم استفسارات وطلب الرد على المكالمة، والكثير غير ذلك. خدمات أوربت على الإنترنت تكنولوجيا متطورة في خدمتكم بمجرد كبسة زر.
Join us for a full night of football next Sunday on ESPN starting at 7:30 Eastern Time with NFL Primetime. Then Marshall Faulk and the Rams take on the 49ers in San Francisco on Sunday Night Football at 8:30 Eastern. We don't have far to go. Janikowski's kick handled by Schrader. Oh, let's go down to Susie Colbert.
Well, Pat, we saw Rich Gannon get rocked on that last series, and they've taken him into the locker room. He told us the other day he has so much invested in this season from a personal standpoint. He's worked so hard to rebound from last season's shoulder surgery. He lost weight so he could move better. He's had to deal with critics and the addition of another top-notch quarterback in Kerry Collins. Gannon hoping to have the best season of his career, but he knows now, with Collins in the shadows, it's week to week. Kerry Collins is warming up, and we'll see him on the next series.
The Buccaneers with Brad Johnson. Chris Sims replaced him last week. Charlie Garner is deep. Garner hammers it into the secondary. For his size, he runs as hard as anyone in the NFL. We have Derek Brooks, by the way, wired. Let's see that last hit on Gannon.
Yeah. Outside, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on.
I'm going to tell you, did you love that after hold it, he's hurt? And I mean, quit celebrating. I like that, man.
Yeah, he realized he was hurt. Timeout, Buccaneers. Brad Johnson heads over the sideline with his team tied with the Raiders at 3.
منافسات الدوري السعودي في بث مباشر على الرياضية. الأربعاء موعدكم ومباراة مثيرة بين الشباب العازم على الفوز للاحتفاظ بالقمة والقادسية الذي ذاق أخيرا طعم الانتصار. ثم الخميس تتواصل المنافسة مع لقاء النصر والوحدة. هل يتجاوز النصراويون كبوة الهزيمة الأخيرة أم يلحق الوحداويون بمنافسهم هزيمة أخرى؟ تابعوا الدوري السعودي الممتاز على الرياضية. They are champions made in France, exported all over the world. But they all started in the same place, the French League, now airing on Al Riyadiyah.
الثلاثاء. هل يمكن أن تكون هذه علامة؟
I was supposed to get married today, see, but she had to go and get hit by a bus. Don't say it that way.
هذا ما تظنه إلينا.
Excuse me, but I do have a life. Wait.
ولكن والديها غير متأكدين من ذلك.
Shut up! We have a funeral to go to, huh?
انضموا إلى إلينا باتيستا التي تحاول تحسين حياتها في تشاو بيلا كل ثلاثاء في 10 مساء بتوقيت الرياض على السوبر كوميدي.
NFL on ESPN wraps up Week 3 with a huge battle. One of the NFL's greatest rivalries writes another chapter when old foes Bill Parcells takes on Joe Gibbs and the Washington Redskins. Cowboys-Redskins live tomorrow on ESPN.
The good old Sunday stud. Vote for today's top performance. John Carney, Jamal Lewis, Peyton Manning, Donovan McNabb, or Randy Moss. They all had outstanding days, didn't they?
Look at those numbers for the quarterback.
Look at Peyton Manning. Here's Allstott. Airborne, trying for the first down.
He's got it.
Close to it.
He's got it.
There's a guy who's coming back from neck surgery, only had 6 carries in the first 2 games. I ran into him in the tunnel on the way out tonight. I said, Mike, you going to carry the ball some more tonight? He said, yes, I am.
I hope you didn't really run into him, did you?
No, I just bumped into him. Just bumped. I'm tired of running into things now.
You bumped into him and he shot you into the middle of the field.
He looked at me like,
Charlie Garner, the lone setback. Brad Johnson gives to Garner.
Oh, man.
Flag on the play. Loss on the play.
I think the Raiders lined up offside.
Napoleon Harris made the hit. And I mean, it was a jarring hit on Charlie Garner. Tony Corrente, by the way, is the referee.
Illegal motion, offense, number 88, moving forward at the snap. This penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Ex-Raider Ricky Dudley.
Well, let's just take a look at the hit. Watch this. You know when a guy gets hit hard. Napoleon Harris hit him is when he goes the other way.
And his feet come right off the ground.
And he's running with the football forward.
Hurry. Tyler Brayton.
Now that should be intentional grounding.
Applied the pressure, and you're right. I think it should be.
That call should be. I believe he should throw the flag up.
They had Charles Woodson on a corner blitz on that play, and no one picked up Tyler.
And had thrown the ball near the line of scrimmage. 3rd down.
He was still in the pocket, and he threw the ball near the line of scrimmage.
He said he called him outside the pocket, Paulo, and the ball was near the line of scrimmage. What I appreciate is the explanation. That was very good.
Now you see Woodson 24 coming from the outside, so they let Tyler Brighton. It's the closer guy to the quarterback is the guy you pick up.
He wasn't outside the pocket.
I said he wasn't. Really?
Tim Brown in motion. Quick pass to Garner. And Garner is elevated and dropped backwards by DeLawrence Grant.
These linebackers of the Raiders
Watch
remind
this.
me.
Here comes Tim Brown in motion. Now watch this. Charles Woodson. Bam! He doesn't get off the line of scrimmage, Joe.
Well, Tim Brown's in his 17th year. If you bang him, how far is he going to go?
Josh Bidwell back to punt. Cover people were right there. Philip Buchanan trying to make the return. 45 yards flag on the play. 45-yard punt.
45-yard punt on the play.
There is no foul for offensive holding on the play. It'll be 1st down.
Let's go down to Susie Colbert.
Pat, some good news for 2 running games that had struggled. They are on the move tonight. Charlie Garner with a 31-yard run to set up a field goal to make it 3-0. Tyrone Wheatley answered. A 60-yard run. Janikowski put 3 more on the board. But the bad news for the Raiders, Rich Gannon, a mean hit by Derek Brooks, taken to the locker room for